Dynasty Tribe, I hope everybody's blessed and doing well. This is the continuing saga of the Jamie Foxx story in Hollywood and how it leads ultimately to Hollywood judgment. I know that there's been a lingering narrative and some people might be tired of hearing about this, but I gotta be obedient to the Spirit. I gotta be obedient to the Holy Spirit and do exactly what I'm instructed to do, because this is bigger than just the Jamie Foxx story. This is about ultimately getting to the point in which of the fulfillment of time comes, where there's judgment on the Hollywood underground system, the principalities and powers that are operating underneath it. There is a reading that I did called The Ghost Hollywood, The Ghost of J. Epstein. It's on the YouTube page. It's on the Dynasty Readings YouTube page. You can go check it out. It talks about the time that is coming, where there will be a whistleblower who is a big name in Hollywood, that there will be a whistleblower dropping real-time truths, major truths about what's been happening in Hollywood that's going to shock the world. And it talks about the judgment that is coming to Hollywood because of the hub that it has been for human trafficking, human sacrifice, child trafficking, and child sacrifice. And believe it or not, this Jamie Foxx story is tied into all of that before I even knew it. I just was releasing what the Spirit gave me. And the Spirit continues to reveal to me the things that are happening. And now I'm seeing that there is a totality, a major picture that is being painted, that is connecting all the dots. Remember, because we are operating in our divine identity and spiritual warfare, we do not need to operate with conspiracies. All we have to do is connect the dots. That being said, I want to go directly into and say thank you to the Dynasty Tribe. There is a lady in the Dynasty Tribe that sent me the information that Jason Lee and Hollywood Unlocked had given an update about Jamie Foxx and given some information. Jason Lee is a Hollywood blogger who does like celebrity news or celebrity gossip. And so I went and checked out that information based on what the Dynasty Tribe has sent me. Again, thank you to the Dynasty Tribe and that specific lady who sent that to me. I appreciate you. It ended up giving me enough confirmation of things that were already said in the previous videos, in the previous readings about Jamie Foxx. He literally is confirming in his story, though Jason Lee is not sure about his story, he's not sure about what the information that he's received, meaning that he cannot truly confirm it because he doesn't have, other than his ability to connect the dots with specific financial aspect of the story that he does have receipts for, but as it relates to the Jamie story, he is still in a speculative space. And that's perfect. That's actually right on. That's in timing because we're going to release, and I'm going to continue to reveal based on the spiritual remote viewing, based on the divine revelation. I'm going to reveal to us in the Dynasty Tribe more of what's happening. I'm able to now release more because of this specific information that was released. You can go look at the entire segment of Jason Lee. Just go look it up. Hollywood Unlocked Jason Lee. Just put Jamie Foxx on YouTube and you can see there's a 17-minute segment that he did. Look at the 17-minute segment that he did on Jamie Foxx and he reveals these things. So I'm just going to reference that. You can go look at the entire thing, but I'm just going to give you a summary here. Again, the information that is here is very sensitive. I cannot say everything that I see on these major platforms, especially with this story. And because of the new developments, those that want to see the entire video, you will be able to do so on the Patreon. So if you want the information that's going to be blanked out here, you can go there and get the full, and you'll understand why when on the full video, you will understand why I could not say it on the mainstream platform. But this is it. There is a financier named Joe Lowe. I know that sounds like something out of a movie, but his name is Joe Lowe, a financier Seer, who was wanted by the Malaysian and the United States government for money laundering and amongst other things from a Malaysian fund. Over $4 billion would it be? $4 billion out of the Malaysian fund, and utilized it to do other nefarious things, allegedly, according to these reports. You can go and Google the story, or you can go Google Joe Lowe, and literally it will come up. According to Wikipedia and according to Google, this gentleman went to school in London. He went to the Wharton Business School here in Pennsylvania in the United States. He was, according to Wikipedia, he was born into a wealthy family. And he's connected to some interesting governments that I'm going to say here, but blank out on the main platforms, but it will be on the secondary platform. So I will indicate here on the parts that are blanked out. So check this out. This gentleman, Joe Low, is a financier who's connected to the Praz story. Remember Praz from Fuji's, who was convicted of acting as an agent of the state or agent of the United States without the proper licensing. He was connected to Joe Low, and he was bringing money in from Malaysia into the United States, according to these reports. This gentleman also is connected to Leonardo DiCaprio, and he funded, according to the story, The Wolf on Wall Street. He's also connected to Jamie Foxx. And the main thing, according to these stories that connect him to Jamie Foxx, was there was a question that was asked of Jamie Foxx in a European, and I can't remember, I don't know if it was Australia that he was asked this or European, but there was definitely a gentleman of a European platform that asked Jamie Foxx, what did you do for New Year's? And Jamie Foxx placed himself, Leonardo DiCaprio, and a few others on the plane with a very wealthy gentleman, a gentleman that had a lot of money, who flew them to Australia for New Year's and then back to Las Vegas for New Year's, all, I guess, in the 24 to 48 hour time. And that implicated everybody connected and involved. And so pay attention to that. This, according to Jason's story, he was subpoenaed to come in to testify about this specific story. And if we connect the dots, seemingly because of that interview, based on the information that they have so far. So that being said, now I'm going to let's go into the divine realm, and I'm going to show you the spiritual remote viewing of what I see. We're going to connect the dots in the divine realm of what actually happened in the background. So this gentleman, Joe Low, is wanted by Malaysia and the United States. He is not captured. He is not here. As a matter of fact, and I'm about to say something that is going to be blanked out. As a matter of fact, I see in the spirit that this gentleman, Joe Low, United States and planted into Hollywood on purpose in order to implicate and in order to tie up people in the Hollywood, in the political realm. Okay, that's number one. Number two, not only do I see that this was a situation that was connected to this Malaysian fund, government fund, that was that $4 billion was taken out of and illegally, according to this story, was brought into the United States to do maybe nefarious things. I see that this particular story is also connected to human trafficking. That has not been reported yet, but I divinely see this, that this is a web. In other words, what I'm seeing is that this gentleman, Joe Low, is the according to Wikipedia, he was born into a wealthy family and also is the stepson of a defense of a Secretary of Defense in Malaysia, which makes sense. So I'm seeing in the spirit that this gentleman, now again, these governments do not know where this gentleman is. It is alleged that he is staying. Book readings or to see extended celebrity readings in the Patreon, click this link right here. To see the Hollywood Decoded Spiritual Warfare podcast, click the YouTube button right here. Keep it sending.